guys, Betsy here with Unique Paper 15. Thanks so much for stopping by. And we are making art. It's kind of a card, but you'll see here. I have my new Waffle Flowers apartment builder along with this die they came out with that goes with the apartment builder. I forget the name of it, but it's that cubey thing. And then another older set that I got for Easter, like gable box kind of things. And I'm going to use everything together. Some cheap Dollar Tree silver foil, my shape and tape from We Are Memory Keepers, my handy dandy thermocraft glue, some adhesive, and we're going to get started. I've already cut everything out to make it easier. So I used my MFT, I think it's called Cotton Candy Pink, and I've already cut 3 of kind of everything. The roof, the windows, the frames, the little frames, everything that we need. So I've cut 3 of everything to see what I wanted to do. And I'm doing an MFT kind of thing, and I want it to be pink, black, and white. So we're just going to assemble this together. I'm just kind of laying everything out how I want it to go before I go in with, you know, all the glues and adhesives. So I'm trying to see how everything looks. I'm thinking, okay, I want to have that pink base, and maybe I should lower the windows down here with the curtains, and I want to make a door because I'm actually trying to make the MFT storefront, which is up in Central Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and glue 3 of these doors together to make it thicker, to make it look like a substantial door, because it is quite thin. So I'm just taking my little EK tweezers there and making a little door, and I'm gonna do this throughout the video, just kind of glue everything together and let it dry while we move on to the next thing. I'm cutting out the little frame there, that way we have a solid arch, or doorway. And here's the shape and tape. That's what I used to make all of the curtains, and I'm showing you the roofs. And then here is where that little Easter die set came in for those curtains, if that makes sense, because it's like a smaller looking roof. So I fold it on the score line to where it looks like it has like that bend, like that valance type of curtain. I took a square die and cut this out of one of my MFT die things that I got, like an older, it may have been stamps. I think it was like a smaller stamp set. And I'm using that as like the focal point of the card to let you know, hey guys, this is MFT's store. So those little windows actually came from that Easter set as well. I'm going to show you here. They have 3 sets of windows in there. So I cut 2 out, one as the base and one as the frame. So I'm showing you. The base was the pink and the frame is the white. Now I'm going to figure out how I want to do that roof. Do I want the stripes on top? Okay, I'm happy with it. And I think if you do 3, it makes it look a little thicker. I don't know, not realistic, but you know what I mean. So now that I've decided this is the way I like it, I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down. I mean, this is very simple. The hardest part of the assembly is just doing your die cutting, getting everything assembled. And what you're not seeing off in the background is that I actually cut a lot more because I wasn't sure if I wanted the base to be pink or if I wanted it to be black and white stripes. So when you do all that, you actually have a lot of leftovers that you can make, more projects with. So I'm gluing the door down on that black frame, and I know it looks funky right now, but here comes the valances. So I'm going to pop those up on some foam tape. You'll see here in a second, and that's going to give it some lift, and it's going to look like, there you go. These are my EK, I think they're just called thin strips. It's just a thin foam tape, but I'm taking literally little pieces here, and I'm going to pop it up so it gives it a little bit of dimension. And it is thin. Let's get this guy put down. And here we go. So I was trying to make it look like, the doorway valance was coming out from the card, and I did my best, but I'm not sure how this is going to do in the mail. We'll see. And the shape and tape, it is quite thin. I did not take the adhesive backing off. I left it just as it is. So I'm going to put that guy kind of halfway down, but against that foam tape. And then I'm going to take this second valance and I'm going to put it above that. And I'm going to try to line those stripes up the best I can. And you'll see there are score lines in those little like valances, which is actually a roof. So you can score them to give it a little bit of dimension as well. So grab another little piece of foam tape. This was probably the hardest part of the card right here, was just making sure that the door looked like a door. So I'm happy with it so far. That's our door. So that guy's gonna dry. Now onto the roof. I'm gonna go ahead and put some adhesive down with my ATG, line it up, take my 3M foam tape and pop it up. And I'm gonna do it again. I give it, I believe, a double pop. There we go. And then put it against that white, so it actually lifts off of the white. And then I'm going to see where I want to put it here on the space. Now what I'm trying to figure out is which ones are going to be windows, because that's where this silver paper is going to come in for the backings of all the windows. So I just need a very little bit. So I'm just taking literally scraps here, and I'm going to put it behind all the windows and doors. And I did think about actually making like an interior of what it would look like inside the store, but that would have been so hard to portray in those little window openings, you know. But that would be fun to make like a really dimensional, almost shaker card where you could see inside the store and see all of the goodness that's inside MFT. But I did silver foil, so that's what we're doing today. So this is my black frame, my pink window curtain, and then the black and white striped window curtain. Just a little bit of glue, and it's going to go against that just fine. And you see how I lined that up to cover that bar, because I'm not cutting those additional bars because I want those for support. Just making sure everything's okay. And now we need the silver paper for the window. No major engineering here, just holding it up. Oh, it fits. Okay, let's glue it down. And again. And this paper, I get it from the Dollar Tree. They have it in every color. They have gold, silver, pink, blue, yellow. I mean, it comes, I think, like in a 20 pack for $1. It's great. I also like making sentiments out of it. So it really is a good piece of paper to use. Okay, so finishing up the main door here, and just a little piece. So now all of those are drying, and I'm going to go back to the base and see how I want to set this up. So I'm going to trace that little square there around the MFT, because I know I want to glue that down below the frame. So that's in a great spot. I'm just going to go ahead and give a little adhesive and glue this, what I'm calling a frame, down. So this is the frame of our shop. And I'm doing it upside down compared to how everybody else is doing it, if you notice, because I'm going to, I almost messed up here. Those windows need to go at the bottom, see, because it's actually a storefront. I'm not putting the balcony. I trim off the little pink curtains there, and I really like the way that black looks against the pink. So again, now we're doing the second window, and these are like those storefront windows that, you know, you walk down Main Avenue and they have the big windows there. That's the vibe I'm kind of going for. And here is the main door, the door that took me so long. And I know that that shape and tape doesn't look perfect. It looks weird from the straight on angle, but it actually does look cute in person. So here's the windows, and these should fit perfectly in those little squares. And I really like the way that I used those two different sets to make those windows. I think they came out so cute. And the second one here, and you see everything's already dried, so we just have to assemble it. So now with that big gap at the top, that's where our big roof is going to go. And again, we're going to bring some 3M foam tape and pop it up. So it's already been popped up on one layer, if you remember. So there we go. So now I'm going to double that up. So it's going to be double lifted to give it a little bit of dimension. And I want to cover up that, like that store sign a little bit. Just messing around, make sure it looks nice. I'm happy. Trim my phrase. I like the way that looks. And this is the storefront. I really like how this looks. So now I'm going to go ahead and make the card base. And you see, this was not that difficult. It really was just die cut your pieces and assemble it. You could do any store, house, place you wanted. I don't know if you saw on Instagram, but I made the 3 broomsticks from Harry Potter, and I did Gryffindor's colors, and then I made a different one that was just like a crafty one. These dies from Waffle Flower really give you just a gateway to make so many fun things. It's really, really, really fun to play with these. If you guys have not purchase these Waffle Flower dies yet, I highly encourage you to, because once you start playing with things, you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many shops and places and things I could make. It really is a lot of fun. So my girlfriend sent me this little nail file, and it has a soft side and a hard side. And April had given me this tip from Oakwild Designs to get rid of your phrase like that. So I do that all the time now. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on the card base here and put some adhesive on, line it up the best I can, and trim off some edges that weren't quite straight, and the nail file. And now I want to put a couple little embellishments on it, and that's it. It's going to be done. So I have my pretty pink posh, I think those are called my ballerinas, some flat like matte black ones, and I think that's all I'm going to use. I might have something else. There we go. Some honeybee. Because what I'm trying to do is get 2 shades of pink, like a white and a black, to match the whole MFT thing. So here's my new Marvy jewel picker. And I have my multimedia mat there. And I'm just going to pick out a few. And these little ramekins are great. I actually get these when they give me like to-go dishes from restaurants. They put ketchups or sauces, and I just keep them for the jewels. Okay, so I'm going to line up how I want these to go, and I've put some multimedia mat over on the side so I can just dip like those little hearts you see there. That is from the honeybee, and I'm just dipping it so that I don't make a big, glue glob on this piece. And I'm just accenting it, just very random, the pink on the black and the black on the white, just to make some contrast. And that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you like the card. I hope that you give this technique a try. If you haven't gotten these die sets yet, I highly encourage you to. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration from my piece. If you did, then it has made my day. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would really appreciate it. But that's about it, guys. Definitely come back for more. And thanks for spending some time with me. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.